I wonder what exciting thing Voiceover has in store for me today. Oh. Over the last few years, the notion of failure has been incorporated into mainstream culture on a widespread scale. Samuel Beckett's infamous refrain, "Try again, fail better," is now breathlessly intoned over multiple YouTube videos with footage of people climbing sheer rock faces or scaling pyramids, like a "just do it" slogan, but with an extra coat of literary gloss. And as well as the inevitable slew of TED Talks on the subject, there are also some really fantastic podcasts, such as Elizabeth Day's How to Fail podcast, which refashions failure as a means of succeeding better. But however much superficially we culturally embrace failure, we still have a deep embedded resistance to it. The experience of failure, even if you refashion it as a learning experience or as new information, is still an unpleasant experience and therefore not something that we want to keep doing. And so the majority of us, still to this day, subconsciously try to avoid it. The point of this video is firstly to acknowledge that resistance, and secondly to spell out how failure isn't really so much of a choice as an essential element of moving your business forward. The most important point that I really want to make is that failure is a sure sign that you are taking action in your career. As Steve Jobs reflected,
most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them.
Working as a freelancer, as a freelance voiceover artist, we know that the buck stops with us. And the thing that terrifies us most is that we're spending time and money on the wrong thing. Perfection paralysis gets us in its grip, and so we don't reach out to that lead, we don't send that email, we don't make that social media post, we don't reach out to that demo producer or that coach. And it all comes out of a fear of failure, or out of fear that our results will compare unfavorably with somebody else's out there, and just as a spoiler, they almost always certainly will. However, I'd argue that as long as we apply due diligence in any decision-making process, trying to know that what we choose to do is going to be the most useful use of our time is pretty much immaterial. All we can do is work from a place of probability rather than impossible certainty. And so, by doing it, by committing to the action fully, we have a greater chance of either making that action a success, or alternatively, if we find out that it was definitely a failure, that it hasn't resulted in the thing that we wanted it to do, then at least we have that information so that our subsequent decision making can become more informed, i.e. we're still in a better position at the end of the action as we were at the beginning. How do I know that video mailing potential leads rather than emailing them is going to be any more effective as a marketing strategy in 2022? Well, I don't, so I might as well commit to it, and if the results are awful, then at least I know. How do I know if there's going to be a market in real estate narration for a voice like mine? Well, I don't, so I might as well try it, and then if it's awful, then at least I know. How do I know that I could totally nail the next lead character in a Naughty Dog game if given the chance to audition? Well, I'm Chris Tester. But taking a moment to adjust our mindset will make a huge difference in us actually getting things done. So, at the beginning of any new task, remind yourself to ask the question, what will I learn from doing this in a committed fashion? And then commit to it, knowing that regardless of what the result may be, surely the act of doing will result in the moving forward of your business as a whole. This won't magically solve all of your problems, but it will make you an active participant in your career, rather than just a passenger. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and spread the word, and I look forward to seeing you next time.